Right, what is going on, everybody? So, the Yankees pull off a 9-7 win against the Philadelphia Phillies. They had a 9-0 lead. Okay, by the way, we're on both platforms. We're on TikTok and YouTube right now. So, shout out to everybody in the chat on both platforms. Keep tapping that screen. Let's get the hearts up on TikTok, the likes up on YouTube. And thank you, everybody. So, the Yankees had a 9-0 lead. Good pitching, Marcus Stroman. 3 scoreless innings pitched. The bullpen kind of made it stressful and coughed it up a little bit, right? And unfortunately, oh boy, crying baby, oh boy, it made it a little tense there towards the end of the game, especially in the 9th inning. It was 9-7, and they loaded up the bases at the end, but he got the game-winning strikeout. Thank the heavens! But we had some good offensive performances here, really good offensive performances. Okay, we had Dominguez and J.C. Scar with doubles. We had 4 home runs. We had Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm. We had Pablo Reyes and Cody Bellinger. So I'm of the opinion that the Yankees offense is going to be fine. Losing Juan Soto sucked for a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. The Yankees offense will be more than fine. So, and we had quite a few guys not playing today. So, look good. I'm encouraged by what I see. And thank you I appreciate that, Daniel and Loyal. Appreciate the family loyalty, man. Daniel Scott, shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. So, Ruck Up, what is good? What is good? Again, shout out to everybody in TikTok. Shout out to everybody in YouTube right now. All he is. Appreciate all he is. We're going to try to get the likes up over 100 on YouTube. Hello, Jennifer. Ken, what are you happening, my man? Am I holding another post game after the break? Probably, if I'm available, Ken, yes. I mean, when do they play the Braves? Is the question. I have to go back and look. I have to look at the schedule. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I have to go back and take a look. Yeah, keep tapping that screen on TikTok, gang. Dev, appreciate you too, man. The Devastator. Okay, and again, so that was a really simple box score. The Yankees beat up on Taijuan Walker today a little bit, and which is good. And they're showing that they're able to hit against, some of the frontline pitchers. They beat up on Walker Buehler yesterday a little bit, so that's a good thing. And yeah, Ben Rice is looking better and better and better. 6:35 win today, Ken? Are they playing again today at 6:35? Let's see. Are they playing another game at 6:35? I have to look. Yeah, probably. I'll probably go live. I will probably go live afterward. We'll see. Split squad. That's strange. Usually split squads are at the same time, but one during the day, one during the night. Okay. But this is a good opportunity for the Yankees to showcase as many of these guys as possible for a couple of reasons. Right? If you didn't hear yesterday, I got some inside intel, and even Joe Sherman, put out some corroboration on it too yesterday that the Yankees are going to be busy next week. They're going to be targeting players that are out of options in trades or in signings next week. So they will be busy. Expect some moves. So like I said, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you've done it right now. Make sure you turn your notifications on. Everybody that follows me on TikTok doesn't not subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you do that. Yo, NFE, the man, the myth, the legend is in the place. And shout out, gang. Shout out to the TikTok. Yeah, the TikTok family too. 6:35. Okay. Yeah, the Martian's looking better. He's coming around with his bat. Cody Bellinger looks good. And he just fits in. Right? He's a perfect fit for this team. And I'm happy with the way Paul Goldschmidt fits too. And Jazz is looking solid. Dominguez is looking solid. So the offense is slowly putting itself together when it needs to be. They didn't need to be together 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They're rounding in the shape and the form right at the start of the season, which starts next Thursday officially. So Ben Rice put out about 10 or 15 pounds of muscle this offseason too. So he is a little beefed up. He is a little beefed up. So, which is good. I mean, it's going to show you can put the bat to the ball. And wow, we had over 1,000 hearts already on TikTok. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. Yeah, I mean, I was at Carrasco today. Swell back, okay. All right. I mean, Carrasco's going to be given every opportunity, as is Will Warren, to make the squad. We know that they're going to skip the first start at least for Clark Schmidt. After that, I don't know. We'll see. They need to build up his pitch count. He's a little bit behind. So, yeah, but I know he's going to miss the first go-around in the rotation. He's scheduled to, at worst, play April 3rd, which is the second time around against the Diamondbacks. That's what I'm hearing right now. That can change. That can change. But he did have a good bullpen, so, yep. Goldschmidt's just, yeah, he's having some back stiffness and storm, but he's fine. So they're just playing it. It's the end of this, the end of the spring right now. So, but yeah, I do too. I think Dominguez and Goldschmidt have the edge over Alex Verdugo and Anthony Rizzo. I thank those guys for what they did last week. I wish them well what they did last year, and Rizzo what they did before. They were great teammates with the Yankees. But it's time for it's time for Goldschmidt and it's time for Dominguez. I wish those guys well though. I really do, and I do hope somebody signs them. I really do. Croatia's in the house. Grand's in the building. Where's everybody in TikTok from? Where you at, friend? Where you at, gang? I'm not missing Soto at all either, Bray. So I'm right with you there. I wish him well, but I don't care that he's not here now. I'm over it. So it's like there's no point in change. You can't change the past, right? And there's no point talking about Nestor Cortes. Why did he pitch and not Tim Hill? That's in the past. We can't change that. I had somebody arguing with me about that yesterday. For what reason? None. Daniel, welcome to the family, brother. Welcome to the 161 family. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, I mean, maybe Rizzo goes back to the Cubs. Maybe he goes somewhere else with an opportunity too. I just, I wish him well. We definitely are all our fans, and everybody has their own way of thinking about it, their own way of doing things, their own way of getting over stuff and dealing with stuff. So, which is fine. At the end of the day, we love our team. We want them to play well. So, but we can't change what's in the past, right? Exactly, NFE. Can't change it. So, what's the point? I'm consistently bringing it up. Right? Yeah, Volpe. I mean, I hope Volpe goes. I hope he goes. Has another 20 home run season. So, I mean, I want him to have one. I want Goldschmidt to have one. I want Dominguez to have one. And I think Cody will have one. I think Judge will have one. I think they'll probably have maybe 6 or 7 guys with 20 plus home runs. So that's some nice balance there. It really, really is. It really, really, really is. Oh. What do we got else? What do we got here? All right. Shout out to everybody at TikTok. I think it might be Carrasco and Will Warren. And maybe for the first round. Afterward, I don't know. I mean, right now, Will Warren, I think he has, the higher upside, obviously. But Carrasco's has that veteran stability, which the Yankees could use right now. So, yep. Well, exactly. It's about getting ready. Just getting ready for the season. And that's all it's about, Jonathan. Exactly. Daniel, man, I appreciate that. Wow, very generous super chat, man. Holy moly. I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate the very generous super chat. Just got a very generous donor on YouTube. The obligatory Trevor Bauer play. There are some people who still want Trevor Bauer. There are some people who I understand, those that do. And, it is what it is, right? Some folks still think that he could contribute to the team. Some folks are still of the opinion that he's a better option than Warren and Carrasco and some of these other guys. So I get it on both ways. But Daniel, I very much appreciate that very generous super chat, man. Thank you for that, man. And that's cool, man. It's just very telling that no team is even offering the minimum for Trevor Bauer, which is crazy, but it's true. It's true. So, and free doesn't really make a difference. The fact of the matter is, they're gonna have to cut somebody to make room for him. And who would you cut to make room for Trevor Bauer? I wouldn't cut anybody in the rotation. So I think that's the tough one. That's the tough question, right? They're gonna have to make some really tough decisions in the next week. And who's gonna occupy the final 2 spots on the bench, right? I think 2 are locked up. I think Ben Rice and JC Scar have it locked up. But beyond that, you got a bunch of other guys. Pablo Reyes still crushing the ball. Andrew Velasquez, Yorbit Vivas. These guys, I'd expect to see some of those guys play tonight against the Braves. So, a lot of these guys are going to be showcased as much as possible. And for those guys that don't make the team, are likely going to be packaged in a trade for something, right? So the Yankees will try to figure out to get some kind of value back, whether it's an arm that's not available now, that's available next week. And keep in mind, too, out of options doesn't mean out of controllable years. Like Oswald Peraza from the Yankees, he's out of options, but he has 5 controllable years left in his contract. 5. That's a lot of value. But opt out of options kind of hurts that. So I wish they did something different with the options in baseball. I really do. So, but there's a good chance that Peraza doesn't make the team. Right? There's a good chance, but you don't know. You never know. You never know. You got Oswaldo Cabrera too. He's got positional versatility that Peraza does not have. So, Peraza has the better glove. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be the no, it has nothing to do with George Soros. Yeah, nothing to do with that. That's a famous talking point from the MAGA crowd on Twitter, but we'll keep it at that. Hector's in the building. Uptown Sports. What is good, brother? We're rocking 2 platforms right now. We're rocking TikTok and YouTube, brother. TikTok and YouTube. So, but that's where we're at, right? That's where, wow, we got over, what do we got? 1,300 hearts on TikTok right now. I appreciate you. My guys, salute, heck. For those of you on TikTok that aren't following Uptown Sports, please make sure you follow Uptown Sports. For these that are in here that aren't subscribed to you, Uptown Sports, please make sure you do that too. And welcome back from Vegas, brother. I hope you had a great time. I hope you played a little bit and played well. You never leave the table on a heater. You know where that's from? From The Hangover, baby. From The Hangover movie. Girls. Girls are so loud. Yeah, Mango is in the building from TikTok. What's good, Mango? So it's good being able to interact with both families right now. It's really, really, really good. Right? Sick from I don't know. I mean, the job, no, not really, because they're not really applying the Jabba rules now. So, but I've talked to Jabba himself on the channel about that. So, about the Jabba rules, and it's just they kind of did him dirty on that, man. Unfortunately, the girls are excited for baseball season. They're fired up. They're watching Peppa Pig right now, so they get into baseball mode right now. They're home from school, fired up. They got their snacks, so they got their sugar high. No, they're like, oh, let's do some baseball season. The Yankees won. So you know how it is. You know how it is. Yeah. That was a good convo with Jabba, man. Heck, and I talked to Jabba. Hector and I talked to a lot of folks. We talked to Andres Chaparro. We talked to a bunch of guys, a bunch of Yankees prospects, man. Oh yeah, I want to continue to do that with you, Heck. Mm-hmm. What else we had? We had Dexter Henry on. We had a lot of great people on, man. Peppa Pig. Yeah. My girls love Peppa Pig, Susan. It's just we talked to Will Warren. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, brother. I got to talk to a lot of good people at Hector. We had a lot of great conversations, man. And I'm looking forward to doing more. Looking forward to doing a lot more with you, bro. I mean, the Yankees offense, I don't know what you folks think, but I think this Yankees offense is going to be fine. They are really, really rounding in the shape here. It looks like they're flowing together extremely well. And again, like I said, and I'm sure you've heard this, Hector, too, Brian Cashman's going to be targeting guys that are out of options next week. So there's going to be a couple moves, trades that he's going to make next week, or signings and so on and so forth. So, and Joel Sherman corroborated that reporting too. So Mickey Mouse, yeah. I used to watch G.I. Joe, Voltron, Snorks, all that stuff. He-Man. Yeah, so it's going to be busy next week, Heck. So if you want to hop on with me live one of those days, we'll definitely, we'll pop that going. You too, Anfi, if you want to get on with us, we'll definitely get that conversation going. But this Yankees offense is coming around slowly but surely. It's finding a new identity. Like last year was a 2-superstar identity, right? Soto and Judge. And then you had a little Stanton right there, and then you had a drop-off. Now we have length. We have balance. We have better defense in the infield. More plate discipline, more aggressive on the bases. So a lot of things we didn't have last year we have now, which is good. So we don't have that second power bomb, but I'd be fine with Cody Bellinger hitting 30-plus home runs. Totally fine with that. And then a bunch of guys hitting 20-25. Sign me up for that. Stealing a bunch of bases, scoring a lot of runs. Let's go with that, baby. I'm on. I'm in. I'm in for that ride. Now, while I drink from my official Yankees cup. Got to keep that fluid. Got to keep that fluid in this morning. I had my morning workout. I still got fluid. Get my fluids out. Sports talk is in the building too. What is good? And give me your take, TikToks. What do y'all think about? How do you feel about this lineup, this roster right now? What are we missing? I know we're missing, the consistent third baseman, and I know that they're going to be looking for that next week. And we'll find out. We don't know now who's going to be out of options, right? We'll know more next week as the last week happens. And Brian Cashman is known for making last week deals. That's when he brought in Jose Trevino. That's when he brought in John Birdie. He's done this several times during spring training. And it looks like he's about to strike again. And he's very good at waiting out the market. Right? So, New York is because, yeah, man. New York City, baby. New York City, baby. Is it true Boone is trying to remove Will Warren from the starting five? I don't know about that. I mean, they're going to do what they feel is best. If they need that veteran stability in the beginning from Carrasco, which also helps ease Will Warren in, then I'm fine with that. Is once they figure out what Clark Schmidt's going to be and when he's going to be back, then he'll be back. And then, I like the fact that, and we'll know on Saturday either way. 22nd is the deadline for us to find out whether Carrasco is going to be guaranteed a roster spot or he can opt out. He can ask to be released, and he'll get picked up like that by another team. He's pitching well. So Steels is in the building. Steels. What is good, man? So that's what we're hearing, right? But I think Will Warren's going to get played. And again, even if you play Will Warren, if you give him 15, 20 starts, that's more than he had last year, right? You give Carrasco about that time, 15 starts. That's more than we had. We have something we didn't have last year now. So the Yankees, I think, are going to take advantage of it. So they're going to be, they're going to approach differently because they have a different identity in this team. And I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is with Yankee fans. And there's a lot of Yankee fans that are dealing in bad information too. Are you dealing with the facts? Are you dealing with the talking points? Right? But to NFE's point, we are 8 days away. So we're going to know a heck of a lot more. In 3 days, we'll know about Carlos Carrasco one way or the other. We'll have a definitive answer on Carrasco. Okay? And if he's pitching tonight, this could be his last opportunity to showcase. Hopefully he pitches well. So, what's good, Beagle Dad? Yeah, we're 8 days away from the season, gang. Rodon is starting opening day because of the way that the lineup. When Cole went down, he went down late, so it's too late chop up the whole rotation and switch it out around everybody. So they had to make it as most gradual transition as possible. So it just made more sense to keep because it was closer to get Rodon on regular rest and it was closer to get Fried on regular rest. It wasn't that they preferred one over the other. It's just the way that the rotation was lined up. So that's just the way that it is. So, and that's fine. And that's fine. So, yeah, man, the bullpen is going to be good too. Yeah, underdogs mentality. You got that right, Steels. We're going to be the underdog yesterday, and that's fine. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll wear that badge all day, baby. No. So Will Warren has had a good spring. So has Carlos Carrasco. So I'm happy with both. So I did hear that if Joey Gallo is going to try and be a pitcher now. Yep, kind of like Rick Ankiel. Remember Rick Ankiel? He was a hitter, and he's a pitcher, and then he turned into a hitter, right? He couldn't find the plate, Rick Ankiel. So he was a reverse. Pitcher couldn't find the plate, and he turned into a hitter. So now we got Joey Gallo, couldn't find the plate as a hitter, and now he's trying to become a pitcher. So we'll see. He's offered a job selling hot dogs. He might. My favorite Yankee of all time is Lou Gehrig. My favorite one I've met all time is Don Mattingly. Mm-hmm. And I've been fortunate enough to meet Don Mattingly. He is super cool. Super cool. No. Yeah, a lot of people are predicting us to crap the bed. I see that a lot. I agree, Steels. I'm with you there, brother. I'm with you there, man. Like, I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people who are just projecting us to be dumpster, the dumpster team. So let them go right ahead. Let them go right ahead. We'll be there when it matters. Beagle Dad, consider myself the luckiest man. Yeah, Lou Gehrig, baby. 20. Lou Gehrig and I share the same birthday, June 19th. That's both our birthdays. So he's also from New York. He went to Columbia University, Lou Gehrig. Ivy League educated. Mm-hmm. Top 5 players on the Yankees past. Well, my top 5 all time be Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, Yogi, probably. Oh man, probably Whitey Ford. The ones that I haven't seen. Ones that I have seen. Clemens, Mussina. Cole. There's a lot of them. Tino, as a straight up bulldog. And probably Paul O'Neill. It's hard to go 5. And I even mentioned Mo, exactly. It's hard to go 5. Like, yeah, with the Yankees, I've got to expand it to probably 10. Because it's really, really hard to narrow it down to 5. That's why when we do lists on my channel, when we do those live streams on the channel on YouTube, that we do your top 10 list, whether it's movies or this, that, or shows or entertainers. I think we need to do another one. Andy Pettitte, Joe DiMaggio. It's right. You miss so many. I'm like, who do you pick, Andy Pettitte or Joe DiMaggio? Like, I never saw those guys live. So, I saw Roger Clemens live. I saw Mussina live. I saw Mo live. Like, I was at David Cohn's no-hitter, perfect game. I was at David Wells' perfect game. I was at Jim Abbott's no-hitter, Dwight Gooden's no-hitter. I was very lucky to be at a lot of really great games. So Joe DiMaggio's another great one. I mean, he served his country too, and he came back just like Ted Williams. Served his country, missed over 3 years, and still came back to hit 500 home runs. I mean, that is freaking phenomenal. Could they do that today? I don't know. No. Yeah, I mean, if we get a bulldog cross Rodon, I think we're gonna be in shape. And I like what Max Fried is showing us right now too. So Kyle Gibson, he's a free agent too. He's not signed. JD Martinez isn't signed. David Robertson, right? He's not signed either. So quite a few guys that still aren't signed, which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy. No. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm really curious. I'm excited to see what this team is going to do. And I don't really care what they do in April or May. I can't wait they do when when it matters the most, right? In the summer, in the fall. That's when we need them to be at the best. So, and I expect them to make a move or two at the trade deadline too, depending on where they're at, especially if they're close in contention with the Red Sox, something like that. So, yeah, Bernie Williams, yeah, Bernie is another one of the most exciting, one of the best clutch players in the playoffs for the Yankees. Bernie Williams, he was straight up money for the Yankees. Dude has ice in his veins, like it's crazy. Jeter. I mean, a whole bunch of guys. Alex Wood, he's available, yeah. Well, Joe was a different player in Hawaiian, but yeah, I mean, Bernie Williams, nothing to slouch over. They're both phenomenal players, but Joe, I mean, Joe's one of the greatest players of all time. So, well, that's the other thing too, Johan, right? Yasmel Munguia, like Pablo Reyes. These are the tough questions that the Yankees are going to have to ask. Like I said, I would love to be a fly on the wall, just to hear them in the war room. But I would hate to be the guys having to make these decisions, having to cut somebody who is having a great season. Like, is Dom Smith going to get cut in favor of Ben Rice? He's been playing well. Are they going to cut Reyes or Mingui? Like, that's going to be like, oh my God, Velasquez. Like, damn. Are you going to cut Peraza? Are you going to cut Oswaldo? Are you going to trade some of these guys for a pitcher like Reggie, Clutch, Super Money? Yeah. Like, nah, I don't think Joe is better than Ted Williams. Ted Williams is another tier. He's top 5 of all time, Ted Williams, in my opinion. Well, that's just my opinion, though. So, all right, we got almost 2,000 hearts on TikTok, gang. Keep tapping that screen. I appreciate you. I'm gonna see if I can put together that Giants Yankees thing, Sports Talk. I'll get back to you. I have to see if my schedule works out, and we'll do it together. Nettles, super elite glove at third base. Brocious, probably the best number 9 hitter of all time. So, yeah, I don't know, Larry. I do think we'll get I think they're going to add somebody who can play third base next week. Who? I have no idea, not a clue. So I mean, like the Tigers just optioned Jace Young 2 days ago. Now is he available? We talked about him over this offseason. We've talked about him. So is he a guy? He's 24 years old. He got 5 or 6 years of control, and he's pre-arb. Could the Yankees swing a trade for him? Maybe. So that would be that'd be a good one on the cheap. And so I have no idea. I mean, we don't know who's going to become available next week. We just don't know. But I think they'll add a bat and an arm. We just don't know who's going to be DFA'd or put on waivers or traded next week, or we have no idea yet. So Angels, I could see making a playoffs. They've quietly gotten better. We need Trout to be healthy though. 5-can number roulette, baby. Statue outside. Is there a statue outside where, Sports Talk? Yankee Stadium? Oh, yeah. But who would the statue be built for is the question. So I don't know, Jonathan. I don't think our opening day third baseman is here yet. So I don't know. That's a good question, Jonathan. Yep. There's going to be a lot of tough decisions the Yankees are going to have to make over the next week. They're a week and a day away. So 8 days away from opening day against the Brewers on the 27th. 8 freaking days. Like, it's right around the corner. Crazy. No. Well, exactly. True, John. That's a good point, too. Right? Yeah, I hate steals. Doing well in spring training doesn't mean you'll do well in regular season. Doing crappy in spring training doesn't mean you'll do crappy in the offseason. I mean, in the regular season either. So there's really not much of a correlation on either side. So, If they could build a current or past Yankee player outside the Yankees, it would probably be Babe Ruth. Probably be Babe Ruth. Yeah, I think that's the biggest. There are some people who want Oswald Peraza for sure, right? So something's going there. TikTok and some lightning bolts. I don't know what that is, but thank you, Mango. 25 lightning bolts. Hitters are definitely streaky. And again, with hitting, it's different. Pitching, you got to get your mechanics right, your release point right? And it's a very tough thing to be mechanically perfect, which is one reason why you see so many elbow issues, shoulder issues, and so on and so forth. And they have a short ramp-up period. And they've got to use mechanically, they get to transfer the energy from the body, right? From the lower body to the core to the upper body without sacrificing the use of the lower body. It's not an easy thing to do. Where hitters, it's a straight torquing movement, utilizing the body, but in a way that's not forward moving as violent as pitching. So it's a different attack. I think the Diamondbacks could make the playoffs. So, yeah, I think we win the AL East, but I think we win maybe by half a game or a game. I think it'll be the Red Sox, and I think the Red Sox probably get in the playoffs too. Right now, but the Diamondbacks, I would not sleep on. I would not sleep on the Braves. I would not sleep on the Texas Rangers, even though they lost. They lost John Gray a couple days ago to a fractured wrist. They signed Patrick Corbin yesterday to replace him. So, yeah, we are going to have a more balanced team this year, a longer lineup, a deeper bullpen. Okay, and would have been a deeper rotation had we not lost so many guys. Once Hill comes back, I'll feel a little bit better if he comes back healthy. So. Well, yeah, it's timing, Duran. It's a lot of timing things with seeing the ball. And again, whether you're a hitter or a fielder, you got to be able to locate the ball, and you have a split second to respond, right? If somebody who hits the ball as hard as Stanton or Judge hits a line drive to the gap, are you going to time it well enough to get to it, right? And that's how much time you get. That's why center fielders have probably a little bit more advantage because they're almost 100 feet deeper, further away from home plate than the left field and right fielders are. But as a hitter, you're only 60 feet 6 inches away from the pitcher, who's throwing the ball like 100 miles an hour. So Edgar Martinez used to do a drill, a hand-eye coordination drill. He would put a number on the ball and have it pitched. He'd write it with a marker, and you'd have like 25 pitches pitch him to the pitching machine. And one of his things was to identify the number that came at like 100 miles an hour to him, and be able to tell them what number was on the ball as it was being launched through the machine. That's a crazy drill, but he was known for his hand-eye coordination. One probably the best designated hitter of all time, Edgar Martinez. So that's freaking nuts, absolutely nuts. So, we got 2,000 hearts on TikTok. Wow, gang, you're the best. Appreciate you. Let's keep those likes up on YouTube too, gang. Appreciate you. I don't think I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it yet, Brandon Oswaldo Cabrera. I'm not, because he has trouble hitting lefties. So I think they're gonna look and see who's available next week. And then yeah, Peppa Pig, Jerry, got Peppa Pig on the TV right now. Yep. Montgomery is with the Diamondbacks right now. So, and I don't know if they're gonna move him either. I know the owner, him and the owner had a thing, and the owner says he regrets signing him and so on and so forth, which I get, but Peppa Pig is some kind of cartoon that's on YouTube, so that my kids like, my daughters like. So, but the Diamondbacks have added Josh Neal, they've added Corbin Burns, so you might have a better team to surround Jordan Montgomery by. Then you've got Zach Gallen, you've got some good pitching there. So now you got Gallen, Montgomery, and Corbin Burns. So that's a heck of a team right there. And the Reds too. The Reds are really good, and they're going to be coached by or managed by Tito, Terry Francona. So there's another one there too. Callow, nice sports talk. And that's the thing too, Steels. I think, and this is just my take, but I think Oswaldo Cabrera's best value is as a Swiss Army knife here, playing multiple positions. So, Yorbit Vivas, Ken? Okay. He's young. He's a good player. Hits on the lefty side. puts the ball in play. He's speedy, so I, I think it. We'll see if somebody's good. If somebody good becomes available next week, then I can see them picking up somebody that's we're not even thinking of. But we'll see. But I mean, it could be Vivas. It could be one of these other guys. So, could be. I know. Well, Pablo Reyes plays mostly outfield. And Guia plays outfield. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. Really, really, really interesting to see. So, and then once the season starts, we'll be doing live after every game. So that's for sure. Kind of go a little bit lower key during the spring and the off season. So, and I've been very, very busy with work. But once the season starts, we're up and running. We're going live after every game to recap everything. And if I get an opportunity to do a play-by-play, I will do that. That's just really going to depend on my schedule for work. So, but that's something I would like to do sometimes this year as well, so I can have a full game interaction with you guys and gals, which would be kind of cool. So I like when we do the trade deadline. That's like 5 or 6 hours, and a bunch of folks on, and that was always a lot of fun. The trade deadline. So, yes, indeed. But that's what we got, gang. Yeah, see, Vivas. There's a lot of like people feeling a certain way about Vivas, people feeling a certain way about Oswaldo, and then you got Peraza. Like, I'm right down the middle of all of them. I have no idea. But now we know, that they're going to be looking to bring in guys without options. So, again, who we'll find out next week. And are any of them going to be better than what we currently have? That's the other question. Like, would any of you bring in Jace Young from the Rangers if you had an opportunity to do that? This is Josh Young's brother. So Jace Young plays with the Tigers. He's 24 years old, and he's got 5 or 6 years of control. So, and he's got a pretty solid power bat too. And you put him in a better lineup here, he might bring something. He might bring something here. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens next week. So buckle up and get yourself ready. So I say, if anybody doesn't have their notifications turned on here, make sure you do that on YouTube, because when news comes out, you'll get it. When I go live, you'll know it. So, I don't know how to notify people on TikTok, but notifications are readily available on YouTube. That's for sure. So, deep dish pizza is not bad. I like your traditional. I think NFE are on the same page, and I are on the same page. We just like straight up slices. Right? Straight up slices. Regular slice of pizza with a little bit of garlic powder. Just perfect. No frills, baby. No frills. Cabrera. Well, that's the thing. Cabrera could be. Jerry, you're right about that. I mean, Jerry could be. Again, I think our Swiss Army knife. Who should be? You get you're playing 4 times a week or something like that, and playing multiple positions, and he plays well in that role. With a smile on his face, he's a good teammate. He's got good energy. So, I could see him making the roster over Peraza, but at this point, I don't know. So, me personally, I wouldn't eat pineapples on pizza, but I know people like it, but I don't do it. I just like my straight up no frills pizza, plain pizza. I'm good with that, straight up. Cabrera, Luis Soto. Yeah, I mean, Luis Soto was a good player for Yankees. He was a good player. Clutch too. Remember what he did? That game go ahead hit in 2000 World Series against the Mets, straight up the middle. That was Soto that did that. Put the Yankees over the top. Straight up here. I'm right here, Beagle. Cheese only for me. You know what I mean, Cadil? Big Macs and apple pies. That's a special occasion right there. If we get a no hitter, or we get something special this year, that's coming out. The Big Mac and the apple pie. But I only do that once or twice a year. Because you got to prepare for it. Like, I got to prepare like 2 days prior, and then I got to prepare 2 days after. I got to make room and get myself on the toilet bowl. So, and warm apple pie with ice cream. It's wonderful. If anybody goes to Peter Luger Steakhouse in New York, get the apple strudel with the schlag, the homemade whipped cream. That's like the greatest dessert ever. Mm-hmm. Pineapple. I like to eat just pineapple straight up pineapple. So I like Sicilian. Pizza Sicilian's good. It's plain Sicilian, but yeah. Yeah. Right? Luger's, man, I'm telling you. Susan, right? Duran, if you haven't tried the apple strudel with the schlag, you got to try it. And obviously the bacon appetizer is unbelievable. Nah, the Mets are not the bigger brother. Sorry, Dr. Fuegs. They have to win a World Series, even to entertain that conversation. But the Mets fans can still believe they're the bigger brother. Go right ahead, guys. You knock yourselves out. I think our pitching will be fine too, Rick. I think our pitching will be fine. Mm-hmm. Upside down kick. I've never had that. I've heard of it though. Yeah, I mean Peter Luger's and there's two of them. One in Great Neck, Long Island, one in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. The Brooklyn one is my spot, man. That's my spot. No, it's not your town, Dr. Franks. You haven't won anything. You haven't won anything. So, but you keep thinking it's your town. Go right ahead, guys. Go right ahead. Mm-hmm. I've never tried Hawaiian pizza, the pineapple on the pizza, personally. So, I've never tried it. I'm telling you, the Williamsburg Luger that's the spot. You get the ribeye or the porterhouse, the half, like it's just, oh my god, the cream, the cream spinach. Whew. It's the best steak in like the whole world there. I love my chicken parm too. I love veal parm too. Yep. Peter Luger's 82. Great grandma. Condolences to your great grandmother. Yeah, that meat delivery. Right across the street in Williamsburg, they had that parking lot right there. That's why I usually park in Williamsburg. Oh yeah. This steak, I've never had a steak better than that. Two sides, yep. Yep. Yes, indeed. But that's where we're at, gang. That's where we're at, gang. So the Yankees take a 9-7 win today. Game tomorrow. Okay. And well, they play tonight, so I'll probably go live again tonight. We'll see if I can. If I can't, um, I'll at the very least put out a recap or something. So really, it depends on bedtime for my kids and whatnot. And now I've got to go give them all a bath right now before my wife gets home from work. So pizza with bacon, onions, tomatoes. Oh my god. Braves maybe cutting ties with Jared Kelly already. Really? That's interesting. They just got him from the Seattle Mariners last year. Kellenic. Why would they do that? That's interesting. Well, I know they just brought back Craig Kimbrell, the Braves. So, I just like straight up pineapple, just in a bowl. Let me just do straight pineapple, fruit salad or something like that. A Newsweek and Sports Illustrated, Ken. All right. But gang, let me let you all go. And go have a great rest of your day. If you got to go finish work, go finish work. Peace and love to all of you. Love you guys and love the generous super chat, by the way. Thank you so much. And I will see you tonight one way or another. Whether it's live or a recap, I'll definitely be putting something out for you guys. But I will try my best to get out there again. It all depends on bedtime for the girls. TikTok, much love. YouTube, as always. Hang on, let me turn off TikTok first. All right, TikTok is off. YouTube is just us now. So, but yeah, this is my primary family here. So I want to get the last minute with you guys. These are the primary group. So I drink a lot of water today. I'm going to be peeing like crazy later. But that's where we're at, gang. right? Let's see here. Jared Kelenic, huh? A Kelenic. Too bad the Yankees don't need an outfielder. Let's see here if there's anything. No, nothing yet. Oh well. I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff. What, Jerry? Located? You talk about Peter Luger? That's in New York. The steakhouse. There's one in Brooklyn. There's one in Great Neck, Long Island. There's only 2 of them. Yeah, Wolf Rock. I mean, it's a lot of teams that have a lot of injuries right now. And again, like it's the ramp up. I have an issue with the ramp up period. I talked about this the other day, but people telling me that guys need to be in shape and said, I mean, there's an argument to be made if a guy's not in shape, but being fit in the offseason is different than translating to game activity overnight and then only having a week to ramp it up into game start. Like, that's not enough time. I'd rather have a 4-week ramp up because you pitch and catch and report for a week and then position players, right? And then the week after position players are here, you got games already. So that's only a week for them. Okay. And we're not going from, standing to jogging, going from standing to sprinting. There's a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers involved. So there's a lot of things that need to be gradually incorporated. It's called periodization. Being a former competitive athlete and I'm also an exercise physiologist by nature, your body needs about 3 to 4 weeks of adaptation to a new stimulus and training. Appreciate you, Sports Talk. Yeah, Jerry, you're welcome. But I would have a longer ramp up period and a shorter game period. Less games before the season starts. That's what I would do. But, I don't know if baseball will ever do that, but it is what it is. So I appreciate you, Sports Talk, man. Thank you, sir. But I mean, that would, if I could change something, it would be that. It would be the ramp up period. Okay. And there's probably an argument to be made for 6-man rotations. I get it. But, the rosters went from 25 to 40. And then they went down to 28 and then now 26. Went from 24 to 40. So, and now, September expansion used to be up to 40. There was like 15 extra guys that gave guys a break. Now, then you get 2 extra guys. So, I don't know how they cut it by 14 players, but they did. They did. Yeah, with elbow and shoulder injury. And keep in mind with pitchers, I mean, you do this 100 times in a game, violently. That's stress on your shoulders and your joints, your ulnar collateral, the inside here, right? The inside here. This is the area that causes Tommy John, forearm problems, right? So, and then your batters too, turning, extending the arm. The arm that has the bat extended here also torques at the end. So I don't know if you can see that, but it torques at the end. Right, hamate bone, top of the hand. When you're extending a bat and you do that, you hurt your hamate bone. Some people. So that's how Andrew Benintendi got hurt. So there's a couple other players get hurt too. So there are a lot of freak injuries that can happen. But you could bend over and throw your back out. Right, I could turn to the right and just slip and tear my freaking ACL. That's how delicate some of these things are. And like I do a lot. Yeah, exactly, Ken. I get thrown around in Hapkido and Jiu-Jitsu all the time. And I get up and I get up, I get up. But like if I get up, I get up to get something and all of a sudden my back throws out or my hip locks up or something like that. It's amazing how you get these freaky injuries off the most minute things, right? It's absolutely crazy. Caleb Durbin seems to be playing okay. DCA since he's with the Brewers now. He seems to be playing okay. So UConn Huskies. If you talk about March Madness, I'm rooting for St. John's and I'm rooting for Duke. So those are the 2 teams I'm rooting for. Buckeye is here. The King of Texas is in the building. We are wrapping up, but the King of Texas is not a party until the King of Texas. Now he's here. The Buckeye's here. And again, I'll say it again. I'm happy that the Jets brought in Justin Fields, fellow Buckeye, to pair with other fellow Buckeye, Garrett Wilson. That, to me, is a prime Ohio State combination right there, quarterback to wide receiver. Give me that all day, baby, all day. Who do I like more? I mean, I like St. John's because I'm local and it's New York. So, and I like Rick Pitino. But Duke, I have some people live in my neighborhood. One of the folks is a coach at Duke, and Coach K I have a lot of respect for. And his book was fantastic, and they're just a great program. They run things extremely well. But if I had to choose, I'm going to choose St. John's. That's my local team. So let's go Red. Let's go Red Storm, baby. Let's go. I hope they both make the Final Four. I really, really do. So we'll see. St. John's is in a tough bracket, though. They're on a tough bracket. So speechless. Yeah, man. Internal brace surgery. Yeah, it's cutting inflammation and speeding up recovery. That's what Garrett Cole got. Internal bracing. So, and within his UCL surgery. So it's supposed to speed up recovery by about 2-3 months. So he could be ready by May, April, something like that, but we'll see. I don't think they're just going to throw him right back to the wolves. They're going to make sure that he's okay before they do anything. So, but your traditional Tommy John, you're looking at closer to 15, 18 months. But now this new thing here, 102 likes. Thank you, gang, for smacking those like buttons. But it's this internal bracing is a whole new next step in rehabilitative surgery. So that's good. Oh, man. St. John's, man. Can you imagine him going? Oh, my. So good. I hope they win, and I hope the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark's team, wins the WNBA championship. It's a different game, Wolf Rockin'. Different game. Different. It's just a whole different athletic attack. But yeah, the 40s and 50s. Yeah, I mean, you had some super durable guys. So, super durable guys. I don't know, man. I wasn't there in the 40s, 50s, so I can't really speak from any type of experience, any type of knowledge in that era. So, unfortunately, Stanton jump half kick, yeah, critical. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Yankees do over the next week. It's going to be really, really, really interesting to see what these guys do. So, really, 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 really do. So, but anyway, let me let you go. I got some kids to bathe. So, love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see y'all tonight. Thank you again. Let's go.